All right, on the Cushion fans, got a special treat for you here. We got Mr. Jon Stanbrough on the phone with us here to talk about his sprint week and what's going on to this date. He's getting ready to head to Terre Haute tonight. Hey, John, it's kind of been hit or miss here in the beginning of sprint weeks for you, hasn't it?
Well, it has. We didn't get started off real good at Gas City, but by the end of the night, we got it figured out and end up running second, which was a good night for us. And
I'll tell you what, you were pretty dominant up there at Gas City. I mean, you come all the way from the B main and to that second place run up there.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. We had to run the B, and it just didn't start out real good for us. But we got it hooked up, worked together, Daryl and I, and got it hooked up. And like I said, come from 10th to second. So that was a good night for us. The next night got rained out, and then we went to Lawrenceburg and started outside the second row and just hit a rut the first lap and end up spinning the car out and having to go to the tail and come back up to 8th. So wasn't a great night. It could have been worse, but all in all, I guess it turned out okay for what had happened. And then last night there at Kokomo, we led the whole thing, and I probably heard 50 people told me how dominant the car was, and nobody really had anything for us. And and then we had a flat tire with, I think, 9 laps to go, and really, really disappointed about that. But there's nothing we can do about it. Just unfortunate for us that we would have probably took the sprint week point lead, and obviously still kept our national point lead, and we actually went from being in the lead for sprint week to 6th, and then ended up second in the national points. So all we can do now is just keep plugging away and keep battling with them, and hope we have a little bit of success and run up front, and maybe we can still come back and win the thing.
All right, John, now you're heading to the big half-miler at Terre Haute tonight, and we all know that people's nerves get a little shaken there. And what's your routine, and what are you thinking about heading out there tonight?
I come into work today and then kind of just did my normal routine, tried not to think about it too much. And, when we get there, it'll be time to go racing. And if we don't have any bad luck, I know we've been, fortunate enough to run up front there all this year that we've been there, and hopefully we can just, like I said, go down there and run good tonight, and maybe gain some points back and still not be out of contention for that Sprint Week championship.
Now, John, you're heading to Terre Haute tonight, but coming up tomorrow night, we got LPS on the schedule, Lincoln Park Speedway, Bloomington on Friday night, and Hobstadt Saturday night. Historically, these have all been really good tracks for you, and looking like a shot for you to maybe get back into the battle for the win of this Indiana Sprint Week title. But thinking big picture, you're 8 points behind Levi now in the USAC National points race for the sprint cars. Going into these races, are you thinking, along the same lines everybody else is, these tracks being historically strong for you, got a chance to get that points lead back?
Well, definitely. We've lost the point lead out in Pennsylvania, and the last race we gained it back. So I've definitely not given up or getting a bad attitude about that. I'm going to, keep my thoughts towards those points, and like I said, just run the best we can, and not wishing any bad luck on anybody else. But Brian Clausen was leading at Lawrenceburg and had a flat flat tire, and that kind of helped us that night. But then the next night we had a flat tire and it hurt us. So you just never know what's going to happen. You just got to go out and run the best you can, and if someone else has a little problem, then you're fortunate enough to gain some points, and if they don't, you just got to keep running as good as you can and try to beat them every night and see what happens in the end. I know in 2010 we won the Sprint Week championship, and we started out the week with a 14th place finish in the feature, so I thought we were through right then, but we never give up, and we ended up winning the points championship that year. So it's just, I've got the attitude that it's never over until it's over. So we'll just keep going and see what happens.
All right, John, we're going to get out of here now. We know you got to go on the road and get to Terre Haute. Appreciate the time talking to us this late in the afternoon when you're getting ready to head into some big racing. Hey, buddy, keep it on at least 3 there tonight. Be safe, and we look forward to seeing you try to do what you do, man, getting it up, ripping the lip, and letting her eat. Talk to you later, brother.
Okay, thank you.
And there you have it on the Cushion Fans. Mr. Jon Stanbrough heading to Terre Haute tonight, do his thing, try to get this points lead back. It's sprint week, but more importantly, try to get the USAC points back. Don't forget to catch the Indiana Sprint Week, Lincoln Park Speedway tomorrow night, Bloomington Speedway Friday night, and the finale at Hobstadt on Saturday night. Catch you all later.